Hey everybody, welcome back to our splendid second superb episode of The Variants, the show set in the Optiverse about a group of young anomalies who are out to help and protect a world that is unsure about them. With us, as always, is our lovely cast. Please introduce yourselves, starting with Kevin the Lovely.
Hi, I'm Kevin the Lovely Zarnicki, freelance writer, playing tarot today, an Irish future seer with villainy.
Danny.
I'm Danny. I work with Catalyst as the Shadowrun's mission developer. I'm here today playing Guishin, who is got some mysterious quantum particle generating powers, and we're going to see how that holds up today against robots.
And to clockwise to his bottom is Cassie.
Alright. Yeah, I am playing Takedown, who's all super region, immunity, and speed mutant.
Not mutants. Trademark.
Sorry, trademark. That's right.
Genetic anomalies.
Variants. Genetic anomalies.
To Cassie's left is Thomas.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm going to be playing Silhouette, the living shadow. Conjure some shadowy monster.
Conjure.
Exactly.
Okay, that was a little Beauty and the Beast variants mashup. And
Copyright!
And Rusty.
Hello, I'm Rusty Zimmerman, Russell when I'm writing. I'm a freelance writer for Catalyst and FASA and Green Ronin and Ulysses Spiel and whoever will give me a couple pennies a word. I also GM a game every other Sunday, right here, Shadowcaster Network, Westeros, Sea of Spears, reppin' King's Landing. What? And today, I am also playing a mutant that's spelled M-O-O, so we're clear.
Mutant.
It's a mutant. Who's Bootleg, who is desperately assembling this desperate team in order to try and rescue his friends, the original variants. Bootleg's power is sensing and manipulating the powers of other genetic anomalies.
Very cool. And I am Opti, do some freelance work for Catalyst and for FASA as well as doing a podcast in the Shadowrun universe and doing some stuff with the Shadowcasters network, which we are on right now. Thank you for joining us again. We have a lovely show planned for you, and of course, it'll go off the rails as soon as we start. But I do want to remind you of something really, really neat. If you look down to that direction, you will see at the very bottom of the screen the stream boss. And the stream boss, it's halfway down now. Every time someone beats the stream boss, a hero point is generated. Hero points do things like edit scenes, give heroic feats, improve rolls, give inspiration, instant counters, or allow our heroes to recover instantly. When somebody in the Twitch chat defeats the stream boss and becomes the new stream boss, they can give a hero point to any of our heroes. They can give it to me, the GM, to use it as I see fit, or they can give it to one of our villains, an NPC, or they can keep it for themselves and use it any way they want, as if they had it for themselves, as if they were playing the game. So you are our little universal watchers who, instead of just simply observing, you get to manipulate our universe as you see fit. So thank you for giving. And every time you give, I want you to also notice down there that little ticker is going up for new art by our artist Slobodan Jovanovic. He is amazing. I can't say enough. So if you like all the art that you're seeing, Headmaster, Bootleg, Silhouette, Guishin, and Takedown, help us get some more of that and help support an artist that we absolutely love. Well, if we don't have anything else, then we will just get right into it. When we last left our intrepid heroes, they were on Soulforge Island, and they had shut down the chips that were hindering the powers of the other genetic anomalies being imprisoned there. They had let the cages out, and they heard a big boom. The whole place shook. Red klaxons began going off, and now a stream of soulbots is coming and swarming on their location. So that's where we're going to pick back up, where it is the variants versus the never-ending horde of soul bots. Why don't we go ahead and roll for initiative. I'm gonna put you guys in initiative, if I remember how. Actually, Cassie, you're the expert. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, I got it.
Too many hats. Like I knew how to do this, and then now I've forgotten.
Let's see, initiative. I'm gonna press this button. I think that's what I gotta roll. But okay, my initiative is 14. So yeah, you should be able to. Let's see.
This is like the most amazing. There we go. Oh, I did it! Look at what I did.
Oh, you did it! All right, I was about to start doing it, but you got it.
I'm awesome. Okay, so everybody, enter your initiative, please.
Yeah, only one person can edit this at a time, so feel free to. If it doesn't go in the first time, try again.
This is on Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
Right out.
Yep. I just manually rolled mine there with
That's
the D20 plus 5. Because mine is not correct because Bootleg's points are always cycling around and his stats are not quite correct because they change all the time. So I just manually did mine.
Not a problem at all.
Which is a problem with my character being an algebraic lunatic, not a problem with Roll20.
Do you just have a flat 14 there, Taro?
I do.
One other thing I want to say real quick before we get started too deeply is when you defeat the stream boss and get a hero point, Cassie's going to be keeping track of that. We're going to try to not bring that up in as the streamer. We're going to try not to interfere with the flow of the flow of the narrative. So you will get addressed. Your hero point will not get wasted. We're just not going to interrupt the show to do it. So.
That's why I was asking Kevin. All right.
All right. First up in initiative order is going to be Guishin. You see a stream of soulbots. You are in a control room right now. It's relatively dark. There's all these servers in the room, and you guys, as far as you're aware, have not been seen yet. And yet, very clearly outside through the shadowy windows, you can see these soulbots seem to be bearing down on your position. There's got to be 20 of them. What do you do?
So real quick, just to kind of recollect on where we were at, somebody was on one of the servers doing some serverific stuff, or just we got found out through other means, or what was going on there?
You're not exactly sure if you've been found out or how you've been found out, but what Bootleg did was he turned off the inhibitor that was causing all the different genetic anomalies in this facility to have their powers dampened. When he turned that off, presumably the anomalies that were there did something and shook the whole place, and now the whole place is on lockdown, which caused people to be a little bit more scrutinizing of things. So if you had to guess, they're coming up there because all of a sudden somebody said, "Hey, how did this happen? Go check the control room." But you don't know.
Makes sense.
It could just be that these soulbots are coming up for their daily oiling.
They're like, oh, it's 8:11. Let's do this.
That's right.
Well, I also recall there are klaxons, right?
There are klaxons, red klaxons going off. So somebody knows something is up. Yeah.
Can you describe the klaxons, please?
It's more of like a red
you didn't
blinking.
like my klaxon?
Yeah.
Okay, so giant truck backing up. Gotcha.
Yes. With a more
All right.
threatening tone.
Oh, an ominous big truck backing up.
That's
Gotcha.
Can't be a Wii U. Fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get a better view of the situation, which is always the best idea in these sorts of situations where you just kind of lift yourself up off the ground and make a target of yourself. But you can kind of see better what's going on, perhaps. So I'm going to he's going to engage
Okay.
his ability to raise up off the ground, fly, if you will, and as he does so, the air around him starts to sort of kind of waver, similar to kind of if heat was rising up off of the asphalt or what have you. It's not color necessarily, it's just kind of a blurring of the air around him. as he rises up to kind of get a better view. And what does he see?
As you rise up, you're inside the room still, but your vantage point changes so much that you can see, in addition to the 20 or so bots that are coming up the stairs, you see a swarm of these bots on the floor. Like on the ground floor, they seem to be just flooding into this room. There does not seem to be an end to them. You don't have a good sense for what they're capable of combat-wise, but you do know that if they can even manage to throw a punch, you guys are in for quite an afternoon.
Okay, so Aishiba, yo, there's like a bazillion of these things coming. What do you want me to do? To, of course, Bootleg, who brought us on this trip. Promised robots, here they are.
Break them.
Breaking, and with that, he's going to kind of point both arms directly in front of him at you say there's some coming up the steps, but there's already a bunch in the room?
No, there's not any in the room yet. You guys are in a closed room.
Oh, they're all like on the grounds. There's some coming up the steps to the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so just kind of at the group that's coming up towards the room, do I have a clear shot at them through the door?
If you want to open the door, you would, or if you want to shoot the window and shoot past, shoot the window out and shoot them, either one of those.
Oh, if that's the case, then I'm going to just kind of stay where I'm at, pointed, and be ready as soon as that door opens to unleash quantum hell upon them. But I don't necessarily want to shoot through the window or blow open the door. Maybe that door will buy us time.
Okay.
So for now, I'm firing up my lasers.
Okay. So you're shooting. You said you're shooting the door.
I'm not. I'm going to shoot when the door opens.
You're firing them up, like not firing them up.
Yeah.
You're getting them ready. You're priming
them. I'm powering up. I'm I'm
taking aim, if you will. All right.
Spending half the episode charging up.
Your power is at 9,000. All right.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Taro, your turn.
Let's see. Am I in any kind of position where I can set somebody up for success?
Sure. Like, I will let you make a teamwork test if you want to open the door at just the right time.
Sounds about right. I will. Okay, so they're on the other side of the door.
Or how about this? I will allow you to give a 5-point bonus, like a major bonus to somebody. Pick one of your teammates and either give them a +5 on their next action, which is not bound by limits, or you can give a negative to one of the robots.
I'm going to point at the boy with the broiler and say, right, hold it when I say, ready?
Okay, so Guishin, you're going to give Guishin a +5 circumstance modifier? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Set him up for optimal moment to hit the most people.
Okay, that's great. That's good work. So Mutants and Masterminds has a cool little system where you have a minor circumstance modifier, which is 2, and a major circumstance modifier, which is 5. And it goes both ways. You can either be positive or negative. So this will be a major modifier since he's literally telling you exactly what the future holds, and you're going to use that to blast as you wish.
Excellent.
So, Bootleg, you're up next.
Okay, Bootleg is going to stay kind of hunkered down in like a corner, just kind of drop to a squat behind a console, that sort of thing, take a knee. And then I am going to use my full senses option under my mildly reworked Anomaly Hound power. And that's the one that I am going to be in some trouble if I do get attacked, but because it's got distracting, but it increases, so it's also taking me a standard action. But with it, I'm going to reach out, penetrating concealment, and try to sense the anomaly powers around me. because I know that they should be rekindling. But I basically want to search for the powers of my friends, the original variants.
What's your range on that again?
It is 10 times normal human senses. So it's the normal ranged effect is general human senses. It's 10 times that.
So whatever you could hear or taste or touch or smell or see, you can essentially bounce that out 10 times. Yes,
and by default it's C because it does only cover one arc. It's not a multi-directional thing,
and it goes.
So
through,
he might be facing the wrong way, but yeah.
Okay. Does it go? It penetrates.
Yes, it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Pierces concealment completely, so you can see through opaque stuff. I think of it in several like Assassin's Creed and Batman Arkham City type of games when you can toggle your vision in game,
like bat mode or whatever.
Yeah, kind of everything goes
Detective
black and white.
Mode, I think it's called.
And then
yeah.
So everything kind of goes black and white, and all I can see is these flares of anomaly powers. So I've got I'm vulnerable while I'm using it because it's kind of hard for me to see robots because they're not giving off anomaly power. So it's that sort of toggling of the senses in a very kind of video gamey way.
Sure.
But I'm going to attempt a perception roll, and I'm basically going to try and just ideally I want to track down the speedster from the original variants, because I know even if I drain his powers a little bit, he can run and get away, because he's not going to want to fight. He's going to want to leave. So I'm going to make a perception roll to try to find Pace in particular.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. My roll command, I'm typing it in Twitch because I'm so...
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Holy crap.
You were typing in Twitch, is that what you said?
Yes, I was in Twitch chat typing /roll.
Right.
But
wow,
that's
a natural 20.
Enter at just the... Yes.
Okay.
So just the right picosecond of hitting enter after 3 aborted roll attempts, and roll 20 rewarded me with a natural 20 for a 33.
Yes. Okay. So with a 33 and a natural 20 to boot,
yes,
that gives you an extra level of success on top of what I was going to give you. So I'm just going to say you were pointed in the exact right direction, and not only do you sense the original variants, your 4 teammates that you've been looking for, but you also get a sense for a couple of the other genetic anomalies that are here. There is the Quintessa, who you've sensed before. You're able to get a sense that she is down there. The original variants, Starburst, Pace, Therion, and Anchor, you know their genetic signatures very well, and so you're able to key in that they're in the same place together, in the same cell, it seems like. Quintessa is about 20 meters apart from them, and about 20 meters apart from all of those, there seems to be 3 other genetic anomalies, none of which you are familiar with, but you do get a sense for their powers. And I'll go through these real quick. With Quintessa, you understand that she has mastery of the 4 elements. Earth, air, water, and fire. Starburst is a sort of cosmic energy controller. A little bit like Guixin, but with a different sort of source of a power. Hers is more stellar or star-based. Pace is obviously, as you said earlier, the speedster. Therion is a sort of variable power, not like you, but he's a shapeshifter. He can turn into various animals. Different parts of him can turn into different animals, so he can get downright odd-looking sometimes. And Anchor has a sort of living metal that covers her when she clicks her powers on, a little bit like Colossus trademark. Another of these genetic anomalies is a guy you're not exactly sure if this is actually a power, but you're still sensing him, but he can copy any non-powered skills or traits. like just by watching somebody, he seems to be able to copy them and retain that knowledge. So essentially, his upper limit to what he can do is not there. Like, it just seems like this guy just made a point to keep paying attention. This guy could go places. Another person seems to have the genetic anomaly power of being feral and angry. To the best of your ability to understand.
I'm getting furious.
Right? And then you also seem to have keyed in on somebody who has a growth power. So,
alrighty.
Good
Sounds
job
good.
on your roll, sir.
Yes. But I'm glad that I tempted fate by messing up in Twitch multiple times to then get that natural 20 over on Roll20. Somebody else that was doing stuff in the right window those first 5 seconds just rolled like a 1, and their paladin killed himself. So I'll take it.
All right, Silhouette, your turn.
All right. Since these all seem to be coming from one exit that is not open yet, Silhouette likes the ambush idea, so he's gonna use his movement to teleport in a dark corner next to the door and then creep on the wall and use his gloom power to, near the door, put it at -2 visibility for it's selective, so it's going to be for the enemies only.
All right, so they when they come up, they won't be able to see as well, but your teammates will be able to see just fine. Is that right?
Yeah, and if I got it right in character creation, that's the objective.
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right.
So shadow creeps from the corner, and it's gloomy and dark around the door.
All right, so from now on, everybody has a all these guys have a -2 circumstance bonus to use their powers or use their attacks against you guys.
As long as it's based on visibility.
Yep. All right.
I will time the door opening because I've seen everything.
Takedown.
All right. There's also a big a window in front of us, right, where more of them are coming.
Yes. Like, so if you can imagine, from your perspective, there is a door on the left, and then to the right of the door are two windows in a row, both about 6 by 3 feet. So 12 feet of windows to the right of the door.
Yeah, and we're in an elevated position, right? So they're lower.
The ones that are coming up the stairs are, once they reach the top of the stairs, then they're going to be turning towards you, and the ones that are up on the top of the stairs are on the same level as you.
Okay, I was looking more for the windows. I think I'm going out the window.
Yes, the windows are on the same. The windows. If you jump out the window, you'll basically be hitting these soul bots because they have just reached the top.
Okay, yeah, because I don't feel like the Soulbots are going to let a little thing of glass slow them down.
Sure.
So Takedown's going to pick up a metal chair that's in the room and just grab it and just throw it and just shatter the window, and she's going to go out the window toward them. Bootleg said we could break shit.
I'm out.
All right, so you break the window, which is pretty easy to break. Are you making a first attack then?
Oh, if I can, absolutely.
Sure.
I can move 1,800 feet in a round if that would get me to one of them.
You have plenty of movement. Once you break the window, you're basically in melee with these guys. So you could actually throw the chair into the window, and that would be your attack if you wanted it to be.
Oh yeah, if I can I've got improvised weapon. If I can use that chair and just throw it straight through the window and add a soulbot, we'll take one of them out.
Go. That's cinematic action right there. Through the window, into the soulbot.
Yeah, and then just following straight past them with my super speed. All right, so that would be, I got a 7. My DC is 15 though. My effect DC is 15.
Okay. So the total roll is. How does this work? Did you roll a 15 or a 25? Oh no, your power is a 25 effect. No.
Yeah.
You got a 7 total? That's not going to hit.
No.
No. Sorry. Took me a second. No, you got your result was 7. If they were going to resist your power, it would be 15. and your effective
I
power is
gotcha.
25. But no, you hit the window, and the window breaks, and it throws off the trajectory of the chair, and so it bounces down to the floor. The soulbots just look down at the chair, look back up at you, and now it is their turn to start swarming in and attack. However, Guishin, you sort of held your action right now, right? So if you wanted to take your attack now that Taro has told you the best time to strike, now's the time.
Okay, so the doors, they're coming through the door. They're
No, the door's still locked. The window's been shattered open, though.
So, all right, well, then he's going to switch his focus to the side and just kind of lay a blast of his quantum particle energy right into that whole mess of them.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and make that roll, and with the loud old yeet.
Okay.
There you go. 28 is the roll total.
All right, that 28 will definitely hit.
All right, so blast damage 10.
All right, let's see. They're going to roll their toughness. All right, they blast damage 10, so plus 15 is 25. So you got one level of success on these guys.
Awesome.
DC. Oh no, sorry. Let's see. DC 20.
DC 20, is that what they have to beat to... Is that what that is?
Oh no! If it was an effect, it'd be DC 20. The total effect that they're going up against is going to be 25. So yeah, it's still one level of effect. So when they get one, it is they have a -1 circumstance penalty to anything further against damage. So from now on, when that one gets hit, your blast, what's the range of it? Are you aiming just at one guy, or were you aiming at?
I guess I'm aiming at one guy. I didn't quite get the means and ways of doing it to where you could hit multiples, but that's okay. Just the one in front, or the one that was there.
Okay, I'm going to say that combined with Taro's foresight, he backs up into the soulbot in back of him, and they both sort of, without taking damage, they both sort of fall backwards a little bit and muck up the ascension of the other soulbots. So you've got yourself a little reprieve from damage, but seeing that they can't make it up to you in close combat, you see all the soulbots, besides the two that were just impacted, they all draw these sort of they look like arms. They look like weapons. Some sort of ray gun or something like that, futuristic firearm, so that when they do get around to attacking, they are going to be shooting you with ranged weapons. Taro, it's your turn.
I'm going to announce that though, down to everybody. Ray gun guys. You didn't say that have ray guns.
So do you.
I'm going. I'm going to adapt to that, and basically just try to see where they're going to fire and shout out when somebody should duck.
Okay. So this will mean everybody gets a +2 circumstance bonus to their what would be dodge. So everybody, when you're calling out your dodge, give yourself a +2. Guishin, your turn again.
All right, so I feel a little bit good about hitting that one robot and knocking a bunch of them backwards, and so he's just gonna pound away with his other hand and fling one out, but also kind of maneuvering a little bit lower so that ray guns don't all go off at the same time at his face.
Okay.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and blast out another one of these, probably at the same guy. Similar roll. But that is a hit, I believe.
26. Yes, that will definitely hit their dodge.
If it doesn't, I'm going home.
Yes. Let's see. Your effect was 20. Let me roll my toughness for my soul bot. All right. That one has already a -1, so it'll get a 10 actually on that roll, which means you hit this one for 1, 2, 3 degrees of failure. So it's staggered. Gets another -1 circumstance penalty to any more damage. And if you hit it again like that, you'll definitely blow it up. So it staggers back, and again, it's still hindering everyone in back of it because they had just reached the top of the stairs. So you're buying your team quite a bit of time here to make the initial attacks that they want to make and set themselves up for future failure or future success. Freudian slip, my pretties. All right, Bootleg.
Okay. After having kind of clamped onto the team and noticed these other new variants, I don't want to shut down the Mistress of the Four Elements because I know she's going to wreck some robot face for us. And right now I'm on her good side. I want to keep that going. And I think I'm going to stick with my initial plan. And after having sensed Pace, which is the speedster from the original variants, the kid, because he's all of like a year younger than the rest of us, he is still within my perception range, so I'm going to go ahead and use my perception ranged affliction against him and drain some of his power, because I know that even if I sap some of his speed, he'll have enough speed to run the hell away and get out of here, whereas the others will need their powers just to fight and escape. Pace, I can hamper a little bit, because even in like a sack race, Pace can run on water and get the hell out of here.
Does your power allow you to sense anything else about them other than their powers? Or
it is just their powers,
okay.
But to a very like acute level.
Sure, okay.
So if their powers are still dampened, like if it's a slowly wearing off inhibitor chip, I would know that.
Yeah,
the impression I got was it's just on-off, right? Yeah. So Pace will get hit with my my power drain because it's perception range. I don't have to roll to attack. I just have to perceive their powers with my senses first. So now Pace has to resist a wombo combo. First, it is a weaken will that's resisted by Pace's fortitude save. And that softens them up, because then it's a will save to keep from losing powers. I have Pace's sheet handy if you don't.
I do have it, but I don't want to switch the tab. So
right, I know you've got a lot of stuff you're keeping track of. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and roll for Pace real quick. I just want to check with you first.
Go ahead.
All right, so that is a 13 on Pace's fortitude roll. That is going to fail by 2 degrees of success, or actually no degrees of success, just -7. So that drops Pace's will to then resist the actual drain.
Come on
Okay. So the good news is
Pace
I
needs
have
to eat a hamburger and sleep a little bit.
I have successfully stolen Pace's powers. With my move action, I drain Pace's powers. With my standard action, I unfortunately have stolen more of Pace's powers than I planned, but Pace was in the same cell as Anchor and Therion and stuff, so
I'm sure he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He's got Starburst and everybody. Pace will understand.
Let's hope that he doesn't die.
This is why we practice. So we've trained for this. If it comes up later, I'll be like, Pace, I didn't want you to be so reliant on your powers. But that was my move action, was the affliction. And now my standard action is giving 30 freaking points to Silhouette, who is a roiling mass of angry shadows. And we already discussed it briefly, so Silhouette's player already knows this. But what I've done with that 30 points is modify a couple of Silhouette's existing powers, so that now this affliction that Silhouette does and a ranged attack that Silhouette does happen at the same time with one attack roll, and they both happen in a weird oozing mass of shadowy tendril 30-foot cloud. So they'll shoot, and then it'll, instead of like one blop, it'll create a whirling La Sombra-esque mass of black tentacles that
Copyright.
will and attack everyone again the next round. So we upgun Silhouette significantly with a double whammy and an AoE built in, and I'm sure that in retrospect, Pace will completely understand and everything will be fine.
I'm sure this won't be the catalyst for him hating your guts forever.
I'm not going to take advantage of that.
All right. Next up in the order is Silhouette. How perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So Silhouette feeling the power rush through him. This shadow silhouette, repeating myself, on the wall seems to be laughing and expressing more tentacles around him. So he's gonna crawl up the ceiling so he can get a better view of the inside the window that has been shattered open. And he's gonna raise his hands in the air and summon this newfound power of a big cloud of mouth, eyes, and tentacles that just seems to be sprouting from the shadows of the robots themselves to engulf them and eat them and hurt them, slash, and all that good stuff.
Beautiful.
This is an area of effect, and
remember,
so
you have a.
And I have a bunch of PowerPoints.
Yes.
How could I use not PowerPoint, sorry, Hero Point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got a couple of Hero Points last time, too.
Yeah, and I got one today, so let's make this first attack a big, shadowy bang. And I don't know how I could do that with the...
So you could edit the scene with a Hero Point to give yourself some sort of circumstance modifier. You could, if you get a bad roll, you could re-roll that. If you want a better one, you could gain the effects of an advantage that you don't already have, which would probably take us a little bit of time to figure out. So maybe
yeah, no, let's at worst keep it from. Wait a second. When I'm right on the floor, am I in darkness? On the ceiling, not the floor.
In the building, in the room you're in now, yes. If you,
okay.
I'll do this. If you wanted to use one hero point, I would give you a +2 bonus, and you could modify a scene in a small way. If you wanted to use 2 hero points, then you would get a +5 bonus. And you have you have an area of effect attack, right? Which is what you're using.
Yeah.
It's a selective area of effect, so it
you
won't
only
also
hit the robots.
It won't kill Takedown, but also because it's an AoE, he doesn't have to make an attack roll. So I'm trying to see something else cool to do with that hero point. You can add an advantage to something if you want to spend a hero point. But yeah, like you don't even have to roll for this. So
if it's not necessary, I won't unless I can do something like have the lights in the room where the robots are shatter, so they have some sort of disadvantage.
Yeah, you could absolutely do
attack.
that. Yep, you could absolutely turning off the lights would be an absolute use of hero points. So just like have your shadows come down from the ceiling and hit the lights on the way. Yeah.
And he starts laughing and from the ceiling. And the shadows just come down on these poor robots.
Your teammates get a good your teammates are all very glad that they don't experience fear, because they get the impression that if they did, they would be doing it now.
Oh, I like him.
He
So
wasn't as
to
scary
resist
before,
the
All right,
now.
go ahead and make. Is this just an affliction based on your ability to see them, or do you have to roll for this?
It's an affliction and a damage, both at the same time. No attack roll. They just have to resist the two.
Okay. I'm going to make one roll for the toughness of the soul bots, because I don't really feel like rolling 20 times. So 9. The DC is 24 for the damage. So that means at least the first one that was already attacked just completely shatters, falls to the floor. The rest of them all have 3 degrees, if I'm reading that right. 3 degrees of failure, which means they are staggered and have -1 circumstance penalties to further damage. Staggered, for those of you following along at home, is dazed and hindered. Dazed and hindered, for those following along at home, means that they may only take a single standard action, and if they do decide to move, they move at -1 speed rank, which is basically half their speed. So he has just basically clobbered about 20 of these soul bots, made them super easy for the rest of you guys to take down, and they are now moving very slowly up the stairs, and they can't see, so they're at -2 to hit all of you. So your friend Silhouette has just taken care of business, although the business is just much slower now and easier to hit. So next up, good job, Silhouette.
Thank you.
Next up is Takedown. I wonder what she'll do.
I'm gonna run straight toward one of them. They're all at a disadvantage, and just put that Krav Maga trade to use as I just try to take this robot's head off. So I'll run up and just quickly do, like with the palm of my hand, just try to hit it as hard as I can on what is like a head, and see if I can't disable it.
Okay.
Unarmed attack. Oh man, I have a hero point in one of these to improve a roll. Can I improve a 1?
Yes, you can improve a roll by using a hero point.
All right, so let's see this improve.
Basically, just re-roll again, and if it's if you re-roll again and it's a result of 1 to 10, you actually just add 10 to the result. Mutants and Masterminds really, really wants you to enjoy your hero points and doesn't want you to spend a hero point and just have a crappy time with it. So.
Right. Okay, so I'm just gonna re-roll and look at let's see. I rolled a 7 that time. Oh man, Takedown. You gotta do better.
Well, it'll actually be effectively a 17, so 27.
27?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is better. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay.
Attacking a robot.
So DC 15. So let's see. Roll some toughness. They got 29. However, here's the part where I'm gonna start going easy on you. For the first round or 2 of combat, I treated these guys as non-minions, so that they would be a little bit threatening to you. But they're meant to be minions, which means that any damage to them at all, they will be taken down easier. Which I know that's you have a takedown
yeah,
power.
now I'm all excited. They're minions.
So since you hit it at all, and you did some damage, I'm gonna say that this one, and actually this one is the one that's been hit before. So I'm gonna say that you hit this one. And I believe with your takedown power, you're going to get to roll again.
Exactly. So yeah, I just hit this one and then just quickly speedster to the next one, just going between them.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
All right, 29.
Okay. All right, you hit that one too. Keep going.
All right, just run over and sweep the leg, and then keep going.
And to clarify, your advantage called Takedown is anytime you damage a minion, because minions only take 1 damage and then they're down. You get to continue to make attacks against minions until you fail to do damage.
Yep, I can incapacitate them and then just like Quicksilver to start moving to the next one and zigzagging really fast. Which I imagine it's a lot easier now that Silhouette has.
Yeah, he's essentially made them. He's essentially turned them into minions, right? Yeah. With his opening salvo. So go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to quit changing my sheet. All right, I clicked the tab. There's a 23 on that one.
All right, you crushed another one. Keep going.
I keep going? All right.
The crowd's going to start chanting your name.
22
is hit again. Keep going.
Imagine just run over, grab the chair I dropped, pick it, like the next one.
You hit again. Keep going.
All right.
There is a limit. It's the Takedown ranks.
It is. I have 2. Oh, is it? I thought it was just my movement until I run out of movement and I can't go anymore.
You can thank the GM for being so lenient and giving you like 7.
Well, because you've got enough movement.
Yeah, it would be more of my movement.
Ones. So you're good.
And I can move 1,800 feet in a round. So if we're not in a wide open field, I can get quite a few of them.
Yeah, because of your high movement. Yeah, and you got it at 2 ranks. Yeah, no,
right.
She's good.
But I did just take out 5. So if we want to stop there, I'll leave some for other people to kill.
I say no.
So from now on, these are treated as minions. And so go ahead and let's see. It will be their attack. So they have all got their blasters now, and they're so sour about their friends being killed in front of them. So they're going to shoot Takedown. I got a 14, which if you go ahead and compare that to your dodge.
My dodge is a 10.
So I will hit.
No. Her dodge rating is a 10. The difficulty to hit her
didn't
is
add the 10 to
plus
it?
her dodge rating.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you add 10 to it, they do not hit. All right, next Soulbot is going to go. So just heads up, they're all going to attack you because you're the only one.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's what I vote for.
So if the 14's not going to hit and 8's not going to hit, how about a 20?
Yeah, so my total says 10, but you're saying that's wrong, Rusty? I get it.
A 20 would hit. So if you have a 10, if that's your actual value, then adding 10 to that would be the target I'm aiming for.
Gotcha. Okay, then yeah.
So normally the 20 would hit, but is your
Oh yeah,
attack
you're right.
Is that taking in the darkness?
No,
and
it's
the
not.
blinds?
So they actually are going to need a 22 to hit you because of Silhouette's darkness. Good catch. The
Teamwork.
fourth one missed. Oh my gosh. The fifth one missed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is embarrassing. 13, 14,
so close.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You just got shot by 20 robots and none of them hit. That was something else.
Wow.
That is crazy. You guys all of a sudden, you're watching this, your teammates are watching this just thinking, who is this? Taro.
Now's a good time to remind Opti you have that hero point.
Oh yeah. Hey, how about that? I'm gonna that's a good one. I'm gonna kill you. Here, let me re-roll that again.
You had one good one in there that got a 21. They were so close.
We're so close. How about this? We're gonna re-roll again. This one's got your number. Bam!
Oh,
25. Thank you, hero point. Thank you,
got
audience.
cocky. She got to pay for her
Yeah,
hubris.
at some point while I'm running, I look over at Silhouette and just like, yeah, because this is awesome.
All right, now
And then your fingers get blasted off.
now you are going
They'll
to
go back.
make a roll with your toughness. So roll 20 plus your toughness.
30.
Oh, look at that. How unsatisfying for a GM. All right, I hit you, but you just sloughed it off like you didn't even Oh, thanks, coach. Thanks for waking me up. All right,
I
Taro.
just point at that one that hit me. It was not
You're
the
next. Taro, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing how much fire she's under, is she went out the window, right?
She did indeed. The
And
door
the window
is
is
still not
over-
open.
Now the window is overlooking the hallway where the other anomalies are trapped, right?
No, the other anomalies are in some distant, remote part of the base. Only
All right.
only Bootleg was aware of them, even vaguely. He couldn't find his way there without a map. But
Okay.
they're not anywhere in the vicinity that you're aware of.
All right. Well, seeing that she is under fire, I am going to jump down and make a dedicated dodge roll with my precognition to just draw as much fire as I can so the others can get clean shots.
Okay, so you're gonna be the takedown of next round. Is that what you're saying? But you're going like a full defense or something.
Yeah, and I've got really good dodge.
Okay, sounds good. Guishin.
All right. Well, it looks like there's a bunch of shadow masks around them. A lot of them are just kind of held up by the various claws and other grabby things. And that Takedown's in there doing her thing. So what else is going on? What are we trying to just make a hole and cut loose, or
You get the impression that
here.
cutting loose might be the only option you have for getting out of here.
All right. Well, then in that case,
Because it doesn't look like they're even though 20 of them just fired on Takedown and missed, and even though she's taken down a few of them already, it doesn't seem to have made a dent in the number of them that are swirling around the bottom floor, kind of just waiting their turn to come up the stairs.
right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's just. I mean, it's time to keep, taking them out. So
If
I'm
you
gonna
have
go
an
ahead
Omega
and,
beam, right now's the time.
I like I said, it's a lot of still learning how to build the powers
Sure.
and the systems. Like I realize now that like with 1 point I could have basically put a way to just kind of like fan the beam as opposed to just always single point target every time. So that might.
Well,
be
you could
something I
actually
have to look
use
at.
an extra effort or to give yourself a sort of stunt that you don't
Yeah.
have already.
You can spend a hero point to gain something like that you don't have. So it could give you an extra attack. But yeah,
it would make you fatigued if you did that. Just FYI.
Right. But like, well, and it's just not something that I'm going to think about. He's going to have.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
something
So if you just want to keep
consider in the
attacking,
future,
what's right in front of you, that's absolutely right. Or if you wanted to even, do something else than attack, like Silhouette and Tarot have been doing to sort of give circumstance bonuses to your friends, that'd be fine too.
Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna basically, if Taro's gonna run in there, I get the sense that Taro is has some sort of precognition, but I don't know where he.
What
got
was your
that.
clue?
But I didn't get the sense that he will do very well if maybe he zigs when he should have zags, and so what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of refocus my power as a deflection. So just kind of adding to his defense. If someone does get a shot off and it looks like he might get shot, I can use that power to deflect any sort of ranged attack away.
Okay.
So that's an alternate effect of the blast power.
Okay. Then I will allow you to use that. And so, Tarot, when you go to make all your rolls, give yourself a +2 circumstance modifier to your dodge or your parry, as the case may be.
Thank you kindly.
And next up is Bootleg.
Okay. Appreciating Pace's sacrifice for the combat necessity of the immediate variance 2.0 in my vicinity, I'm going to do the same thing to Therion. Because Therion's like, oh, I'm just going to turn into a monkey or some shit. And whatever, Therion doesn't need his powers right now. So I am going to drain Therion's powers with my move action. And then hopefully with my standard action, I will be boosting Guishin. So, move action to engage Therion with my affliction. So Therion needs to make a fortitude roll. And I do not have Therion.
Therion's?
I apologize.
That's
No.
all right. All right. What did you say? It was a fortitude?
Yes, the first one is fortitude against a DC 20.
All right, you got a 17.
Okay, so failing by 3 points means his will is lowered by 3 only for purposes of resisting this immediate affliction test. So now it is a will save against DC 20 for the actual affliction, but will at -3.
All right, -3. It'll be 24.
Boo! Therion successfully saved. So I get nothing. I do still have a standard action, and I'm just gonna yell, "Keep getting the robots! Keep it up! Great work!" While I'm like trying to sync up. So you guys see like rippling energy around him that like he did a weird like a photo flicker, kind of a speedster effect for like a second, and then he got wrapped in like a black aura that swept off of him and onto Silhouette. And now you guys see him like weirdly morph for a second, almost like a glitch, and then like it's gone again. So he's just trying to focus, and that's like the visual effect of his affliction, is trying to handle that. And then 1 second, because Therion successfully saved, I need to resist mental damage, because that's what happens anytime somebody successfully saved against my power. So 1 second, it's going to be a DC 13, so I should be able to handle this.
So you guys remember Bootleg and Taro basically like running the show last time, and then combat happens, and they're like, I'm gonna stand here.
All right,
help everybody else be awesome.
Yep.
I like it.
I have successfully saved against the backlash. So there's a very comic booky moment of him like gritting his teeth in pain.
His head flings back. Gene!
He's like, damn it! He's trying to, out of character, I just forgot Therion's real name, but like Bootleg is cussing him out under his breath with like...
His name is Adam Zachary.
He's like, God damn it, Adam, it's me, just chill, let me help this guy. And he's just like trying to yoink it, but the mercurial nature, and also Therion's like a super mega genius, so we'll say that his aura is hard to grab because of his Quicksilver shapeshifting powers coupled with his super genius. But yeah, I'm just like, Bootleg's just over here cussing under his breath.
I'm going to say that Therion knew that you already sucked out Pace's powers, and you'll be fine. You don't need any more, thank you very much. Next up is Silhouette.
Alright, the shadow of Silhouette is going to turn to Bootleg. He's going to go, are you alright? I didn't quite catch. It's not important right now, robot!
I'm fine, just robots.
And
Alright.
he's going to use the turnabout bonus of his teleportation power to go into the other room where all the robots come from, and they seem to be pouring into the staircase, right?
Yeah.
From that room.
The first floor is just covered with robots.
And they seem to be coming our way now that we've been fighting.
Yeah, there's probably 40 or 50 there on the bottom of the first floor. And yes, they're all waiting their turn to come up the stairs and shoot.
Oh yeah, there's the stairs and everything. So I gotta. And yeah, thank you, Rusty, for that. I'll come to it in a minute. The robots that are in my first cloud of tentacles and mouths and stuff are still getting hurt that turn.
Yes, they're damaged. So it wouldn't take much to knock them over. They've all basically turned into minions.
No, but the effect is lingering, so they get to resist another time.
If you want to roll again, you'd probably just knock them all out. Yeah.
Yeah, Opti, he doesn't have to. I bought him the Cloud AoE instead of the Burst AoE.
Oh, so I'm resisting. He doesn't have to roll. Okay.
Yeah. So the AoE, it automatically attacks all of them in it this turn, and he gets to take an action to drop the AoE somewhere else.
Okay. So where are you attacking now?
Creepy. Yeah.
Are you attacking the stairs or the floor?
I guess the stairs where all the robots are trying to get in.
There's about 20 of them on the stairs or on the level with you guys.
That's fine by me. They're getting another. Basically, what he's doing is popping in the other room, casting his attack, and with the turnabout coming back to his original place in the first.
Okay. What was your level of your damage rank?
Let me just add that to Hero Lab.
Yeah, it's damage 9 with this bolster.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're treating them like minions, they might just all fall apart.
Yes, except for they rolled really, really well in their toughness, 27, and so any damage would have caused them to all fall apart, but you were not able to damage them.
That's for the first batch. But they they still have to resist the affliction.
Oh, the affliction.
DC.
Okay, we'll try that again.
The affliction
versus
which
will.
Is, willpower.
All right, they're
immune to that because they're robot. That wouldn't make sense.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if it's a fear-based attack, then they're immune to.
No, affliction is that it's blinding them, but it's
blinding them.
Yeah, it's willpower. So if they're robots and they're immune to willpower effect, that would make sense. That it's just like their sensor does not just.
Yeah, they don't have will in that way, so they're not affected by that.
All right. Well, the first batch in the first room are resisting the second wave of attack pretty well. What about the second wave? The second attack that I.
Are you saying that you kept the? You're making 2 attacks this round?
No, the attack I made the other round is lingering for another round because of Rusty's boost. If I get that correctly.
Okay.
And then
all
I'm
right. I see
making
what you're
another.
saying. All right. So yeah, if you want to make another attack, I understand now. I am on the same page with you. Go ahead. So that was the linger. We just they were able to adjust and resist. But if you wanted to drop another attack with new chittering demons, go ahead and I'll make another.
The idea is that I would drop the second attack on the ones in the other room that are getting ready to.
So on the first floor.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the first floor, these guys were not prepared for your attack the way that the other ones were, and so your boosted up powers has absolutely crushed them. So these 40 or 50 robots on the first floor just start malfunctioning, and the chittering demons are pulling wires and doing all sorts of havoc on the insides of them. The shadows on the first floor seem to be much more pronounced, and so you had a lot more to play with. So these robots start falling to pieces and grabbing for each other, and if there was an emotion chip embedded in them, you would swear that their faces were reflecting a deep terror of whatever it is that is pulsing and emanating from your shadow. So yeah, it looks like Silhouette has just won the day. 40 or 50 soulbots. There doesn't seem to be
back. Oh yeah, go ahead.
There doesn't seem to be any more soulbots running into the room. So the 20 on the stairwell seem to be all that's left. And
so he comes back in the room and start cackling. I don't know what you did, big man, but I love it. I love it very much.
And it's Takedown.
I still think there's robots at my side all around, right?
Oh yes,
So...
you are in the midst.
Alright, so I just run to the closest one and try to cooperate. 25.
That's gonna hit.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the next one.
You did your damage, so he gets taken down.
You tell me when to stop. So I'm just gonna speed through all of them.
Yep, you got that. Another one.
Alright,
what did we decide was the result? Was the top limit of your ability to do that?
The limit has to do with my movement, which I have insane movement. So I'll let you decide. I can move 1,800 feet around, and I can just keep doing this as long as I keep incapacitating a minion. So,
for our purposes today, I will let you. I will let Takedown look super badass and just keep going until you fail.
Okay,
So that's one
might
failure.
not happen.
That's 2 failures. Oh wait, they're still at the negative. So okay, that one fails. So you've taken down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. There's 13 left, but that was pretty impressive.
All right.
Thanks for nothing, Takedown. God, we gave you
what are you even doing?
Brick robots, and look at you.
Some point, I'm just like checking sure, make sure everyone's watching, right? So I just grab one robot, rip its arm off, hit the next one with it, go to the next one.
Hey guys, you see this? This is what I can do.
Are you sure this is cool?
All right, you are in the midst of them, but Taro has foreseen the future, and he knew that if he stood up and started monologuing, then they would all turn and attack him. They are built to attack whoever monologues, because whoever monologues is usually the biggest threat. So, Kevin, what is your dodge score?
plus 20, and I believe that's added to a 10.
Yes, it'll be 30. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Plus the
30
2 from
Yes,
Tuition.
32. Jeez. All right, so 32. Let's hope I'm getting lucky.
So you want me to monologue? I was
two,
just going to be all like
3,
arrogantly
4,
walking
5,
between them and
6,
dodging
7,
shit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got a natural 20, so that's going to hit for one. That's one hit. So go ahead and roll your toughness.
Uh-oh.
One of them hit.
Okay,
you
see, I
foresaw
have
this,
normal
though,
dice.
so. You knew this. There was a 5% chance of this happening.
13.
13 plus your toughness score.
That is plus my toughness score.
Okay. So, you are now staggered and have a -1 circumstance penalty, which means that you are dazed and hindered, which means that you can only take a single standard action and your movement is halved.
For the sake of drama, can I say I intercepted that shot for takedown?
Absolutely. That was what you were
Okay.
aiming to do, right?
That was absolutely the plan.
It is your turn again. You got a standard action.
Oh, my turn again?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Can I get some kind of quick precognitive about if there's any reinforcements or what's something bad coming?
You want to use this as your standard action to pointedly look into the future. You see if you are able to take down these robots, which looks like the most likely possibility, you will not be hindered any further by robots in the immediate future.
Okay. I focus through the pain, grit my teeth, use that to give me focus to see through into the future. Look up a takedown,